Hello YouTube. We're going to continue, and this is the third segment of the muzzle brake series for the AK 47 variant as well as for VEPRs. What I have here is a TAPCO version of a AK 74 muzzle brake. Now this one does have the unique chamber slots here, ports, as well as the top. Unlike the other two that I've shown, the first one was similar to this. It's a copy from NC Star. The second one did not have this, but it's also a copy, no name brand. And this one I got used. Now this is a TAPCO version. It does say USA, so it makes it 922R compliant. And let's see if this one's going to have any difference compared to the first two. A lot of people don't believe that the AK 74 muzzle brake is effective at all. Honestly, I believe it's quite an effective muzzle brake. That's just simply my opinion. And let's give it a shot. See what you think. Not bad at all. Very effective. Very loud, but very effective. So, if you want to keep something in 922R compliance, definitely recommend one of these. Pick one up. I believe they run somewhere between as little as $15 and as high as about $25. The next muzzle brake that I want to go ahead and showcase and test for you today is the Zenit DKT 2A. Now this one here is a Russian-made AK muzzle brake. Now this one is from the AK Operators Union. I did get it through their website. Now this one ran about $90. It is 14x1 left-hand threads. I do know that CNC Warrior offers their copy of it. And let's give this one a shot. Now this one, of course, Robski features it quite a bit on his rifles. Let's see how this one works out. Now this two-chamber muzzle brake is very effective because it also has the ports at the top. I can understand why Robski likes that. I know he's also featured it on a AK VEPR copy clone. He calls it the Beast, which I imagine it probably really is. But with this, definitely will control the impulse of the recoil, muzzle climb, and quite effective. I do apologize, I'm trying to do this on the fly, as they say. But this is very interesting. Muzzle brake, very effective, very loud, but in the end, it's effective. And that's what ultimately we want to get is, what are you getting for your money's worth? So the next muzzle brake that I'm going to showcase for you today is a Hungarian version of a fishbone. Now the fishbone, the Hungarian version is a little bit different because usually you'll find them much smaller. This is quite large. This is actually for an AKMD Hungarian rifle. It does have the chamber, 3 slots, the crown for breeching purposes, and of course it has the ports at the top for muzzle rise control. So let's see how effective this muzzle brake really is. And I didn't know that this one existed until I happened to go to a website and I did a video on that. And I thought, well, why not? For part of the testing, let's try it out. Let's see how effective this muzzle brake is. You be the judge. Now this one's very impressive. I like it quite a bit. Never fired it. This is the first time I fired this particular muzzle brake. But it is very effective. If length of the barrel is not going to be an issue, this muzzle brake's for you. I believe I spent $35 plus shipping on this one. Very nice muzzle brake. Check it out. The next muzzle brake that I'm going to showcase for you is a Hungarian AMD. I do apologize. This one's still in the packing oil that I received it in. And this one, a lot of people say is very effective. The good thing about this muzzle brake is that it has 2 index points for the notch. So no matter how you set this, you can never go wrong. It's basically a 2-chamber muzzle brake. So there you have it. Do apologize, it's quite oily here. Now this muzzle brake's very, very nice. Of course, it's extremely loud, but an impressive design, no doubt. And obviously with the Hungarian AK, you can't really go wrong. Reliability within a very effective muzzle brake if you don't mind a little concussion in your life. But this one is very, very impressive. Very effective muzzle brake. I do apologize, I'm doing this on the fly, so bear with me. But this one was a brand new one. As you can see, it's still in the packing oil. I'm going to put this back in here, along with its cousin. You cannot go wrong with the Hungarian muzzle brakes. Very impressive. Next on the showcase is a Ukrainian Strela. Now the Ukrainian Strela is Russian for arrow. Now this is a very unique muzzle brake because this is actually painted, and very effective. It is actually clearly identified as 762 by 39, and this one is supposedly very, very effective at preventing muzzle climb. So let's give this one a try. Now this one is in 14 by 1 left-hand threads. It even has an arrow to tell you the direction of escape. Now this one also has multiple indentions for the brake here, for the index notch. Let's give this one a shot. See how effective it is. Time to reload. My mistake. Alright, let's get back in the game. Here we go. Now this muzzle brake is straightforward. As you can see, I felt the impulse, little or no climb. Very, very impressive. I got this one through Legions USA. They import quite a number of foreign products, Ukrainian, Russian. Also have some custom rifles. Check out their website, legionusa.com. I'm very impressed with this one. This is definitely a good buy. I believe I spent $80 on this one, plus $10 shipping. The next muzzle brake that I want to show you is one that's commonly used on VZ 58s. Now this one was originally a right-hand thread. Bought this one for about $45 on eBay. And Tactical Lola, I believe is her name. Check out her channel. I did a review on this one. She uses it. She seemed to like it. Now it's impressive because it has a 45-degree angle porting plus a side chamber. And the funny thing about this one, or unique thing about it, not funny thing, but what's unique is that it kind of has a purplish tint to it. Let's give this one a try. Now this one's been converted to 14x1 left-hand threads. Let's see how this one does for you. Very effective. I'm quite impressed with it. I like it quite a bit. I understand why she liked it. It's very similar to the Strela Arrow in a different concept, but very effective muzzle brake. Check it out on eBay. You can get them for about $40, $45 shipped. Believe you can also get them on some other websites, but that's where I found this one. Very nice muzzle brake. Excuse me. The next muzzle brake I want to showcase for you is really not a muzzle brake. It's a muzzle flash hider. It's a flash hider, to say the least. Here it is. And it is indexed. Now this one is made by CNC Warrior. I picked this one up for about $25 on eBay. Quite impressive. It does have porting all the way around, as well as the slots. Now the one thing about this muzzle brake, which is really, it's kind of like, the idea is for it to be a combination muzzle brake, is that a lot of people say it's more effective as a flash hider than as a muzzle brake. But I went ahead and got it because it was at a good price. I believe CNC sells them for about $25 to $30. Sometimes they do have them on sale. Let's give this one a try. Not sure why this one's not threading. Okay, I'm gonna have to pass on this one. I'm sorry, I can't test it. The last muzzle brake that I'm gonna go ahead and test for you is one that you have to use a thread adapter. Now this is a 14x1 thread adapter, and what it'll do, it'll convert the 26x1.5 right hand threads to fit on a 14x1 left hand thread, AK VEPR variant. Now unfortunately what you do have to do with this is do this as in two parts, because first you have to put your thread protector on to convert it, more like an adapter, not a protector, but it can act as that. As you can see, here it is. This is how it'll fit. Now what I have here is another muzzle brake that I purchased through Legions USA, and this muzzle brake is called a VEPR, which is Ukrainian for cyclone. Now this VEPR, when you originally saw this in the previous preview, it was kind of a stainless steel finish. The only thing is, this one started to oxidize, so I went ahead and blued it to try to darken it up and control some of that. But the uniqueness of this muzzle brake is the fact that it does have a cut here, three chambers and a port. Now this is 26x1.5 right hand threads. So let's go ahead and test fire this one. Now on the Legion's website, they do show you some people firing this muzzle brake, and very effective. Now this one is indexed in two spots, the 12 o'clock and the 11 o'clock position, to help control rise. Now these do fit loose to control the amount of carbon buildup that may accrue on a 26 by 1.5 right hand thread. Let's give it a shot. Now this is a very impressive muzzle brake, and I like it quite a bit. So if you don't mind converting the with the adapter, the thread adapter from 14 by 1 with a little bit of play, this is a great muzzle brake to have. I believe this one was about $60. I hope you so far have enjoyed the testing. I hope this helps you formulate your own opinion about these muzzle brakes. I know there's a big world of muzzle brakes for a bunch of different types of weapons out there. But in all, a lot of people don't really test them effectively. Again, we know about the different muzzle brakes that are out there for the AK variants, the 74 types, the muzzle brakes that are like made by Tapco, that are basically clones and copies of others, based on the com block designs. But overall, muzzle brakes pretty much all do the same thing. The question is how much do you want to spend on it, and what do you want to get out of it? Honestly, they're all good. I'm quite impressed. But if I had to honestly pick some of my favorites, I definitely would go with the Vokil Tactical, the SLR Rifle Work muzzle brakes, the Zenit muzzle brakes, the Ukrainian Strela or Arrow muzzle brakes. Sputnik is, I believe, the original manufacturer. They're all effective, but that's just my thoughts. That VZ58, very impressive muzzle brake. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Have a happy new year.